Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lois, and today I'm going to be showing you how to produce whole barbecued chicken. A whole barbecue chicken so the first thing you do is to wash your hands, because we're going to be using our hands a lot for this process. And you put your chicken inside the pot. The thing is, I actually love to parboil my chicken first, at least boil my chicken before I roast it. So to boil my chicken, I'll be putting Yaji Soya spices. I love Yaji Soya spice. We have a natural chicken meat and fish spice blends. I produce these spices. Our company Lois Spices produces them, and they are very healthy. They don't have MSG, they don't have salt, they don't have colors. They are all spices like ginger, chilies, turmeric, This is another blend, curry masala. It's also a very rich blend of spices with basil, cinnamon, green cardamom, Then you also had barbecue spice blends. It's also produced by our company. You can call us on 081-613-9136. You can have the spices delivered to your homes all over the country and even outside the country. So you had barbecue spices, then a little bit of salt. Don't forget that you are cooking a whole chicken, so you should add salt that will go around. Then you had a little seasoning, and for this I added about 2 to 3 cubes of seasoning inside. Then you rub properly so that the spices will go around. Don't forget that I said you should make sure that you wash your hands before you start, because we are going to be using our hands a lot, and you really want to use dirty hands to make your chicken. So you rub it properly, let everything go into the chicken, just as much as you can. Then I also added some onions. I added like a whole bulb of onions, to make sure that onions has its own flavor, it has its own health benefits. I even heard it's very good for the eye, and it also helps the bones, and of course it helps to soften the chicken. So it's good to put some onions. Make the onions a lot so that the flavor will be extracted to the chicken. So I also added some garlic. I'm a fan of garlic. You can see that I added like 3 or 4 bulbs of garlic. I'm a huge fan of garlic. It has its own aroma that I really love, and in all those spices there's garlic in them, but I still want that fresh garlic. So I added some water. Now don't allow the water to be too much, so that the spices can enter the chicken very well, you understand, so that it can be very tasty. Have you ever bought chicken in eateries and you open it and you just find out that it's not there's blood inside? I dislike that thing. So that's why I ensure that it's boiled properly before you even grill. And sometimes when you grill directly, the chicken may not even get done inside, so I prefer you boil, and then all the spices would enter into the chicken properly. So I put the chicken on the fire and allow it to boil for some minutes. So after about 20 minutes, I went back to check, and wow, my chicken is boiled. You need to taste the chicken at this moment, and that stock is heavenly. So the chicken is boiled and ready to be grilled. So that's that about that. I was just trying to turn it here and see, but the chicken is boiled, and there's no way. It's cooked already. You can see it's boiled properly. I didn't cut the chicken. I didn't, of course some parts of the skin may peel off in the process of boiling, but there's absolutely no problem. It's actually way better than for you to eat chicken, open chicken, and find out that there's blood inside. I dislike it. So the chicken is ready, and it's time for us to grill. So on my pan, I'm going to be using the oven of a gas cooker. So on that grill pan, I prefer to use this pan so that the spices will go around on the chicken. So I add oil to my grill pan so that the chicken will not burn or not get stuck. So in a bowl, I'm going to be using my Yaji Soya spice blend, and I'm also going to be using barbecue spice blend. I'm going to be mixing the two together, and trust me, the outcome is fantastic. The outcome is amazing. In fact, barbecue spices is made up of different chilies and spices, while soya spices is made up of peanuts and different spices and chilies with seasoning. So the combination is just out of this world. So I mix the two together, mix it properly, let everything get infused properly. It has to be very mixed. Then I sprinkled some seasonings. I was supposed to have sprinkled salt, because salt is better than seasonings. But anyway, I just sprinkled some seasoning, just 1 cube of seasoning. I just sprinkled it on it. Then I added my spices. Now these spices, you're going to add it like richly. You're going to add it richly. Don't forget that it's chicken, so chicken already has some oils on it, so it will stay. You understand? It will stay. Though along the line, I'm still going to add some oils. Now, because I bought the chicken is not as strong as before. So you have to be very, very careful, because the chicken is not as strong as before. Before the leg will break. So you put these spices very well, infuse it properly, rub it very well, rub the hand as if you are bathing a baby. Rub it very well, rub it around the legs. Let the spices go round and round. You understand? So that's what I was just doing here basically. Yeah, I was just rubbing the spices on the chicken, make them go round. Yeah. So the back, I added some there. No problem. Just rub more. Keep rubbing. Just keep sprinkling the spices and let them go round. Let it be as much, something that's as much as possible. You understand? Even if you eat it like this, it's still very, very tasty. It's just not grilled. And don't forget that the chicken is boiled. So you have to handle with care at this point. You have to handle with care. So I was putting it in, trying to make sure that nobody is left out in the body of the chicken. No part of the chicken is left out, both the head and the wings and the legs. Then I added some oil so that the spices would stay on the chicken. Don't forget that it had oil initially, but I just added some little oil so the spices would stay on the chicken and the chicken will not get burnt. Yeah, so that's that about that. I added some oils and now it's time to grill. So to my preheated oven, you preheat your oven, I added in my chicken. Oops, that place couldn't go through, it was too small, so I had to take it a little bit down. Now don't let the chicken be too close to the fire so it doesn't get burnt. So I came back to check after some minutes to check it, look at how it was doing, and it wasn't really ready. So of course I took it back inside. You understand? I put it back inside. At this point it was looking like it was ready, but not to my taste. So I said, let me turn it the other way around. Don't forget that this chicken is boiled, so handle with care. So I was just checking. When it's dry, you will know when you feel it. You understand? So I was just checking to see if it's ready, and see how tasty, how ready it is. So that was that. See the color. Okay, I think at this point the chicken was already ready. So it was even looking like it was getting burnt, but not really burnt because it was ready at this point. You can see that it is dry. It is looking dry. But I think I just put it inside to simmer for just some minutes. I put it inside to just simmer for just some minutes. Oh yeah, oh la la. At this point, somebody say at this point, our chicken was ready. Sincerely, it was ready. The color was superb, the taste was everything, the smell was giving. And is it 10 over 10 plus 10 minus nothing? It was really, really nice. Like, you need to taste this thing. Now the chicken was looking funny, but it was so nice. Like, if you were going to give someone, of course, you package it properly, and if you guys were going to share it on the table, it was just absolutely nice. Like, see the inside, see the spices on it. There's nothing like, it's not, there's blood inside. No, the spices were just so nice and so heavenly. So if you're thinking of grilling chicken next time, don't forget your spice blends are very, very important, and the way you mix them. And also, thank you for watching my YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe, follow, comment below, and watch us for our next video. Thank you very much. I remain Lois, and thank you for watching Moments with Lois.